Hey guys, we're here with our Q&A video. You all asked questions on our Q&A video answer question video last week, I think it was. And so we finally got around to doing it. So we're gonna try to answer them kind of quickly because otherwise it can get really long because there's quite a few questions here. So we're gonna try to answer them kind of just as quickly as possible so it doesn't end up being a super long video. All right, so first question. This one is from Regina Smith. I have a question for Q&A. Brett, do you have siblings? Yes, I have a brother and a sister. My brother lives in California, and we have the same mom but not the same dad. And I have a sister that lives in St. Joseph, where my mom does, where I grew up. We have the same dad but not the same mom. So yes, and then where did you all grow up? I grew up in St. Joseph, Missouri, which is about 35 minutes north of Kansas City, Missouri.
And I grew up in Kearney, Missouri, which is probably about 20 minutes from where we're at. It's up north as well.
It's kind of northeast from us a little bit.
I grew up in a small town. The town I grew up in only had one flashing red light when I grew up there.
And Brad, have you had back surgery?
No, I have not had back surgery. I get nerve blocks done in my back. I haven't had back surgery because they say I'm too young, and plus there's too many scary things that could go on with back surgery. So I won't have back surgery unless I absolutely have to.
Okay, so now going to...
And I'll tell you, I have siblings too. So I have two sisters by the mom and dad.
We'll be here all day.
By my mom and dad. That's Christy, which you see all the time. And then I have my sister Tammy, which you don't see a whole lot. If you've seen the vlogs where my mom passed away, you've seen her in those. And then I have a half-sister, Heather. She's by the same dad, different mom. And then I have a half-brother, Daniel. That's by the same dad, different mom. And then I have a stepsister, Becky. And then I have a stepbrother, Jesse. And then I have a stepbrother, Blake. And then if you've seen the video when mom was passing away, you've probably seen them all on there. I don't know if I said who they were on there or not because of the time. So, and you've probably seen them on Christmas videos that have been here. So this past Christmas, it was Christmas, right? Or Thanksgiving that they came. Christmas.
I think it was Christmas.
I believe this past Christmas they came over with my stepdad and we had Christmas together. So you've probably seen them on there.
I don't think you vlogged that.
Did we vlog that? I think we vlogged a little bit of it.
I don't think you did.
I can't remember. Maybe we didn't because maybe I wanted to keep it just kind of us because it was our first Christmas without mom.
Yeah. Okay. Brad, this is from KJ. Brad, my maiden name is Harris and we hail from Wales, UK. Does your family originate from there? And Brett, where is your family from?
Okay, so I do know that my aunt did a family tree, and so way back in the 1900s, my family is from England, right? No, from, what is it?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
They're Irish, so that's England, right?
Ireland, wouldn't it be?
Ireland, sorry, Ireland. So yes, my family is from Ireland, is where we originated from. And then I guess they came this way. My aunt's about to give me a copy of the family tree, and it goes way back, so I'll know more when I get that.
Okay. I texted my mom because I meant to ask her that. I saw this question, and I don't really know where my family's from. I mean, my mom, it has Mexican from both her mom and her dad, especially on her dad's side. So part of that was, Mexican from Mexico. But like, I don't know about my dad. I can't remember where my dad's ancestors were from originally. He's just a whitey. I don't know. Maybe I don't know if he has anything in him. I meant to ask mom that. I don't really know. Is that bad? You don't know who your family's from? I don't know. Nobody's ever really talked about it on my side of the family. I can't believe my aunt Bert has ever said anything about where they're from.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I don't know. Well, I text my mom, so if she replies back, I will let you know where my family is from. At least on my dad's side. So.
And my mom's family comes from the Cherokee Indian side, so they have a lot of Cherokee Indian in them. My mom, you could really tell my mom was Indian, and her grandfather, which would be my great grandfather, was a chief Cherokee Indian. So I have it on my messenger somewhere, but it'd take me forever to find it. But yeah, so they're Indian on that side.
Okay, Tracy says, what is your best advice for a successful marriage? I would just say, listen to each other.
Respect each other.
Yes.
I think that's the biggest thing. Have a lot of respect for each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Don't get jealous. Just, that's really hard, the first part of the marriage, getting jealous and things like that, letting things bother you. But then but once you're together for so long, you just kind of you're used to the person, the person, you're more comfortable with them.
And if you don't feel
like
deeply in love with the person at first, I don't think it'll ever last. I don't know. That's just me. Like when I see Brett first thing in the mornings, I still get butterflies. And it's been 14 years, so I think that's a big thing. Trust. Don't be jealous, and make sure it's true love, and that's what it is. Because some people, I think it's true love at first, but then it's not. And my sister says the same thing, because her and I have talked about this. Because her and her husband's been together for 20 years, I think it is. So yeah. And jealousy can kill any relationship. So don't be jealous.
And don't give up so easily. Work through some problems. Unless it's something major. But I mean, if it's little things, you're never going to agree on everything completely. Y'all are always going to have differences, but just try to work through them and make it work.
And don't be disrespectful and scream and yell at each other. Like, we hardly ever, we've only yelled at each other once in 14 years. And that was recently after my mom passed away. That's the only time we've ever yelled at each other.
Okay, so...
Right? It's the only time I can remember. Mm-hmm. I mean, we've had our disagreements, but never yell.
Yeah. We bicker mostly, but not
every couple bickers.
So, okay. Tez Kizan, I don't know if I'm saying that right or not, wants to know if any plans of having more kids, perhaps a daughter? Actually, I always wanted a little girl, and our very first foster child was a little girl. And it was really hard for me when she had to go back to the parents. But ever since then, we've always we got 2 sets of boys after that, and then we had one girl real quick, and she didn't stay very long. But then we had Natalie McKenzie, but then that's right when we got Marco right after back, and then they ended up going to another home. But yeah, I don't know.
I think at our age, probably not.
Probably not. I think we're pretty much done with kids. I think, and now that we have Marco and Ralphie, I think we're just good. I don't really think we want to go through all that. Plus, if we did get another kid, it would be really hard to do the vlogs because it would probably be a foster kid. So then we wouldn't be able to show on the vlogs. We'd have to go through that whole thing again where we can't say their name. You can't show them on the vlogs, and you wouldn't all be able to see them anyway. So, plus it's just, I don't think we want to.
We both would love to have a little girl. Would love to have a little girl.
And we always want a little baby right from the very beginning. Even though Ralphie was pretty young when we got him, but
because Ralphie was 13 months old.
Yeah, but I think now, I just think probably not. Never say never, but I think...
I just don't want to be one of those old parents.
There's nothing wrong with that. Janet had her baby and she was 50 years old.
No, there isn't anything wrong with that, but I'm just saying...
I think we're good for now.
Yeah.
Like I said, never say never.
I love our
boys. Right
now,
I think we're good. Okay, let's see. Lisa from Delaware wants to know, Lisa's been a long-time subscriber. She says, this question might be difficult to answer, but was wondering When did you realize you were gay? Were you scared to tell your families? I feel really bad for some young adolescent kids today and the struggles they must have dealing with the fact they may be rejected by their family. Okay, a lot of these questions we talked about in our other Q&A video somewhat, so we're going to kind of quickly go over a little bit because, like I said, we could go on and on and on about some of these things. Just going to have a brief story. I probably realized I was gay I had thoughts about it probably right around middle school, around that area, somewhere around there. I think definitely by high school I pretty much kind of knew, but I'm like, well, maybe I might be, but I don't know 100% sure. So I kind of tried to talk to girls and somewhat date girls kind of, but I kind of knew that that's not really what I wanted. So that's kind of when I realized I was gay. And then but I didn't come out till real late, till I was like 29. So I was scared to tell my parents, more my mom, because I thought I didn't think she'd have a problem with it, but I was thinking, what if she would have a problem with it and be really upset with me, and that would really kill me because I'm so close to my mom. That was a big fear in the back of my head, so I was scared with that, but she wasn't, she had no problem at all. She was upset that I didn't tell her sooner, actually. And then my dad, he was pretty cool with it too. He was fine with it. He just, he said he may not agree with it completely, but I'm his son and he loves me, so he took it pretty good, so.
And then I knew, I'd say around middle school too, my freshman year was my first boyfriend relationship, I guess you could kind of say. I was 15, he was 25. And I kept it from my parents, and then I finally came out in my late 20s, and no, it was probably earlier 20s. I came out to my mom, because my parents were divorced. So I came out to my mom, and my mom was totally cool about it. She said I was her son, she was gonna love me anyway. She was kind of shocked because I dated a lot of girls and stuff in high school and all. And then I kept it from my dad for many years. All my siblings, but my dad, my stepmom, and my brother, they didn't know. I kept it from them for the longest time. And then I came out to them, and my dad was very racist, very old school, I guess you could say. And he did not take it well at all. He actually tried to kill me. And so that was hard when he found out and all that. So, and I'll just keep it at that.
Okay, so let's see. I'm sorry if I'm butchering some of these names. Amadi 707. How did you have kids? They were our foster kids, and then we were awarded guardianship of them last year. So we have guardianship, and guardianship is, a lot of people ask, it's pretty much like adoption, so you can't change their last name pretty much. You have all the legal rights and everything. You just can't change their last names if it's just guardianship. Right. Michelle's daughter, she's been a long time subscriber as well. Is Aunt Shirley married? Does she have kids? How long has Mom been with Carl? Are they married? Aunt Shirley was married. She's a widow now. My Uncle Daryl died, gosh, like 15 years ago maybe? I think, somewhere around there.
Longer than that, wasn't it?
15 to 20. I think it was like around 15 or so. 15 to 20. Does she have any kids? Yes, she has 2 boys and 2 sons and 1 daughter. How long has Mom been with Carl? Right after me and Brad got together. It was like a year or 2 after me and Brad got together. So probably about 12 years. About 12 years. Are they married? No, they're not married. Mom says she doesn't think she will get married again, so they probably won't be married. Kathy, Aussie girl. I'm catching up on videos, so this might already have been explained, but Brad, have you found any relief or improvement in your back after the nerve burnings?
Yes. I've done very well. I actually went to the doctor. They said I'll still feel a little bit of pain, but it won't be anything nearly as much as it was. And I have felt discomfort, I would say, maybe just discomfort in my back, but it was truly amazing. After getting it, I can do a lot more than what I have been able to do, and I almost forgot how it, because a lot of days I don't even hurt, I don't have discomfort or anything. I truly forgot how that felt to feel so good.
All right, so Amy Doherty asks, how did you guys meet? We met online in a chat room on gay.com. They had little chat rooms on there. It was a local chat rooms, and that's where we met. Brett, can you talk more about your Mexican heritage? That's another one from Michelle's daughter. Basically, it's my mom's mom and dad were both Mexican. My mom's mom was more light skinned. Her dad was pretty dark skinned. That's where we get the dark complexion from. And then his mom, my great grandma, she spoke no English at all. She spoke only Spanish. So that is where I get my. I'm half because my dad wasn't Spanish, Mexican at all. So that's where that comes from. And then she also asked, are you guys ever going to have a meet and greet? I live in the Cleveland area but would travel for it. We would be open for that, but I don't really know if we're big enough to do one right now. I don't know if we would have enough people come out for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, plus...
I mean, it depends on where it was.
Yeah,
maybe,
plus money. Money's an issue too.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have the money to be traveling and stuff, so...
I mean, we've had a couple people ask, but I don't really know if maybe people would come right now. I mean, we only have 5,000 subscribers. I don't know if that's enough for meet and greet. But I mean, maybe more people would come than I would think. I don't know. I guess, like I said, it depends on the area.
I think a meet and greet and just one person be fine, because then you're getting to meet them.
So, oh, no, yeah, I'd love that too. I'm just saying...
It's just a money issue too. Like,
if we went to travel somewhere just to have a meet and greet, I don't know if... But if we were in an area and we said, you know, people want to come to where we are maybe or something, I don't know.
Yeah, we just don't have the money to be traveling right now or whatever, so...
I feel like that would be kind of like thinking we're big shots to have a meet and greet. You know what I mean? I feel like that's saying you think you're big stuff to have a meet and greet, and I don't really feel like we're that big of people. We just seem like normal, down-to-earth people, and that meet and greet seems like really big YouTubers would do that. But you never know, we'll see. So, but we love meeting our subscribers and people that we've met off YouTube. So we would love to do that. Even if we would meet, you know, if we're somewhere and somebody'd want to meet us, we'd be totally down for that.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. Hi guys, are you thinking of... this was from Brian Chase, sorry. Brian Chase asked, hi guys, are you thinking about getting Peanut a new 4-legged friend yet?
Well.
We were actually just talking about that the other day. Brad was looking at Pomeranians online, little cute little teacup Pomeranians.
Because that's what Paris was.
She wasn't a teacup, she was a toy.
Well, toy,
close.
But a little one.
Teacup is really itty bitty. We would like to get another dog. I really miss having a dog around the house really, really bad. We love Peanut, but cats are different. I'm always been more of a dog person, even though... See, look, there they are.
There they are.
Aren't they cute? I love Pomeranians, they're so cute. But, and they're really good dogs. But cats are just a little bit different than dogs. Cats are a little more independent. They kind of go do their own thing a lot. They don't, like when you call, you know, you can't call them like a dog and they don't come up to you, and they just kind of come up when they want to, kind of thing. It's a little different. I love Peanut, I love her. I've definitely grown more affectionate towards cats with Peanut than I was before, but I still miss having a dog around. But I'm really afraid to have one here because of what happened to Paris. I'm afraid, I don't want that to happen again. And we have the chickens outside. Sometimes we think maybe that chickens are what would have drawn the predator, whatever killed her, to the yard. And then I don't know, so kind of afraid about doing that because I wouldn't want that to happen again. But I don't know, if we would do it, we'd have to go out there with her all the time when she went to the bathroom, because we wouldn't want that to happen again. So we just don't know if we're ready to do all that though, so we'll see. All right, so the next one is from Yentrobucks, I think is how you pronounce it. Is Courtney, our subscriber.
She's been a subscriber for a while too.
She's been one for a while too. She says she has 2 questions. One, Brad, how do you feel about Brett's candle hobby / addiction?
I'm fine with it. There could be worse things. I mean, I don't tell him what he can spend his money on or what his hobbies are. My hobby's expensive too. I like flowers and stuff, so I spend just as much as he does. So I'm fine with it. And plus, it makes the house smell good, and everybody that comes over loves it.
That's right. Our neighbor boy came in today when Marco came in. He said, "Yeah, it smells good in here." That's like the best compliment you can give to somebody that's a big candle scent person, is somebody come in and say your house smells good. I always show them pictures of all these people with all their candles and say, "Now see, I'm not too bad, am I?"
I wouldn't care. I mean, he gets good deals on them, so I mean, even if he didn't get good deals, I wouldn't care. He makes more money than me, so I don't really say much. And before I spend money, I always ask him because he makes more money than I do. So.
Okay, number 2. When are you coming to visit me in Philly?
Tomorrow.
I'll be there tomorrow. Well, whenever we're up that way, we'll definitely have to stop away. Ow, Peanut. Peanut just bit me. Bit my arm. Well, if you get underneath me, I try to sit down here and she was right underneath me. Stop! Stop! Okay. I think that was it. Let's see. She just talked about she said, "Congratulations on your first 5,000 subscribers. I've been a subscriber since around 500. You two show that it's okay to be your true selves, and I know your channel is helping young people out there who might be struggling with their sexuality know that it's okay to be happy and to hate, and hate to use the cliche, but it does really get better. You two are an example of a loving family, not a family with 2 dads, but a family, period. I am so proud of you both." Courtney.
So, on that note, we have had several people tell us how we've helped them come out and be their self, which is truly amazing to both of us.
Yes, we've had many people message us and tell us that we've been an inspiration to them about that.
Yes, so we're we're really happy that we could do that for them.
Yeah.
One of our subscribers, Joanne, we helped her come out and be who she is.
Our subscriber Joanne, you know, you've seen her. She was in our vlogs. We met her. She came here to meet us a couple of times. She's been up here, and we've become really good friends with her. So yeah.
Yeah, she's a really good friend of ours now.
We helped her through her whole
coming out and being herself.
She wanted to be herself. So
yeah.
Let's see. Okay. Sydney Pendleton asked, "When did you get married? Did you have a big ceremony celebration for it? Love watching both of you, Marco and Ralphie." We got married in 2009 when it became legal. Same-sex marriage became legal in Iowa in 2009, so that's real close to us. We drove up there. It was a couple of hours to get there.
Our anniversary is actually this month. Our wedding anniversary.
Next month. May.
This is April.
It's May.
Oh yeah.
The 18th.
Sorry, my bad. I always think it's April. I don't know why.
We got married May 18th, 2009.
And we just went to the courthouse, and my mom, my sisters, and my nieces and nephews went, and
my mom, my Aunt Shirley. I think that's it.
Yeah. And so his mom stood up with him, and my nephew stood up with me. But we always wanted to plan a big wedding and ceremony. We just haven't had the money or the time to do it. So.
And now that it's legal here, I think that's another question too. Now that it's legal here in Missouri and everywhere, we did kind of want to have a regular wedding here, but we just never have yet. So maybe one of these
I wanted to do it before my mom passed away, but we just didn't have the money. So now I'm not too keen on doing it.
We've been real tight on money, so it's just maybe one of these days, and we can afford to have one. We'll have one. Let's see. Justin asks, "Are you coming over to the UK for a holiday?" That would be cool. I'd love to go to the UK eventually.
I'd love to go to the UK.
Once again,
love
maybe when we have the money sometime, we'll do that. Bradley Hayward, he's been a long time subscriber as well. "Who is your celebrity crush? And my husband wants to know what the plaque above the miniature skillet on the wall by your pantry says." LOL. So, my celebrity crush, we always call it our free cheat, and then we call that. Mine is Justin Timberlake. And yours?
Well, I'll tell you this celebrity you guys will know, because the other one you guys probably don't know. I talk about him, but you probably don't know him. So the one you guys probably know is Derek Huff off of Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, everybody knows him. Yeah, he's cute too.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay, and then the plaque up there, it says,
what does it say?
It says the wine drinkers make grape lovers. is what it says. Aunt Shirley got that for us
Yeah.
a few years ago, or a year or two ago.
Yeah.
Okay, Adam, is Adam a pow? Adam, we chat a lot with him on Snapchat. He says, "Hi guys, can you share when and how you both came out? Was it very difficult?" We already discussed that. We already answered that. Number 2, what are other jobs you both had? 3, what would your final meal be? Other jobs. Let's see. I've only had 4 jobs in my life. First one was Burger King when I was 16. Then I worked at Coach House Gifts at the mall gift store for 5 years, I think. And then I worked at Food for Less for 3 years in St. Joe. And then I got my job with Pulse Service, and I've been there for 20 years last month.
And I'll just say the ones I've had the longest, because I've worked 2 jobs sometimes. So I worked for Hardee's in high school, and I worked for them all through high school and became a manager. And then I worked for them a year after I graduated, and then I went to Guy's Potato Chips, and they closed after a year and a half. And so everybody that worked there, it's called AIPC, American Italian Pasta Company. They all took us from Guy Foods, and we got to go there. And I worked there for 4 years. And then I was manager at Casey's General Store for many, many years. And then the parking plaza for 5 years. Was it 5 years?
I think so.
5 or 6 years. And then Wexford Place was for like 5 years, I think. And then now hair. So I've been doing hair for 5 years.
And then what would your final meal be?
Anything Mexican.
Yeah, Mexican. Anything Mexican. Love Mexican. He said, "Thanks guys, longtime fan of your vlogs." So next is Beauty and the Beat. "I was wondering what is the difference between legal guardian and adoption?" And we answered that as well. Basically, guardianship is just you can't change your last name like you can in adoption. "And is Marco and Ralphie adopted, or are you both their legal guardian?" Or they're legal guardians. "I do realize you consider the boys as if they are your own bio kids. I was just curious." So yes, we're their legal guardians. I can't find an old video where you might have explained that story. Okay, and then somebody answered for them. They said if you do, yeah, they explained it to them. Okay, let's see. Mickey Kelly, "Where are Mama and Miss Shirley? Love them." They're at home right now in St. Joseph.
Mama has the boys.
Yeah, Mama has the boys. Me and Brad had a date night tonight. We went out to eat lunch, or dinner, from our subscriber Joy. She gave us a gift card to McCormick and Schmick, so it was wonderful. Let's see. Deb Mills, another longtime subscriber. "Congratulations on 5K. Brett, I know you were concerned about your kitty scratching your new couch, and I was wondering if you guys have had any problems." No, she's better, but we're having problems with her chewing on cords right now. We're finding lots of cords chewed up.
She chewed up our HDMI cord on our TV. She chewed up 2 charger cords. She doesn't scratch a lot. She chews a lot. I don't know if it's a kitten and she's getting rid of her baby teeth and getting her adult teeth, but she's chewing on everything.
Mm-hmm.
But a girl at work said it's probably because she's getting ready to get her adult teeth.
Yeah. She said, "I feel this, let's see. I have the same concerns about my leather couches, furniture in general, curtains and bedspreads. My husband really wants a cat. I feel the same way about Decline as you felt. I was wondering if you did anything to train her. Thanks. Also, have you tried, or will you be willing to try, or will you be trying Kringle Country Candle?"
So you can get, so on the clawing thing, you can go, our local PetSmart does it. You can get caps to put on their claws, and it helps them so they can't claw things. It protects them from clawing things, and it's a cap, and it lasts 6 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So every 6 weeks you go in and they can put new caps on the claws so they can't claw things or scratch you or whatever.
Mm-hmm. And of course it'll scratch and post and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Kringle Candle. I haven't tried them, but I do want to try them really bad. I just haven't done it yet.
Well, you better order some.
I know, I will one of these days. Let's see. Sweet Gin Ricky, please visit Southern California. I would love to. I do love California, so I would like to see more of California. I've only been to LA. This is the only place I've been in California, so we've both been there. Skyhawk 1987 Turbo, a longtime subscriber. Hey Brett, how do you like your Ford Escape? Brad, who is harder on the kids. I love my Ford Escape. I love it.
It's really nice.
I love it. It's really good. My second one, and I love it.
And Brett is harder on the kids.
Not.
I'm just kidding. I'm the hard one. Brett's the easy one. So I'm more the disciplinary one. Brett doesn't discipline as much. I mean, he does, but not as much. It's kind of like a normal relationship, you know, where mom or dad is
usually
harder than the other.
More strict than the other one is.
So it's kind of the same with us. I get it from my dad and my mom because my parents were really strict. And Brett, he's just more laid back and easy going, I guess.
But at that turn, they try to get away with a lot more stuff with me than they do with Brad because they try to pull stuff over with me. I've got on to Marco earlier today about something he tried to pull over with me. Amy Doherty commented, I know the answer is going to be Brad. They said that once. Okay. Our family... They're another long-time subscriber. Woohoo! Congratulations on 5K. 3 questions for you. 1. What would Marco and Ralphie want to do when they grow up? Don't know about... What has Marco said to you lately?
Marco hasn't really said
He hasn't really decided yet, I don't think, for sure.
Marco doesn't really talk about stuff like that. And we had to fill out a thing for school, and he put construction worker. And I'm like, no, you need to think like long-term, like good-paying job kind of thing, college. And so then he said police officer because he looks up to my nephew that's a cop.
Not that there's nothing wrong with construction workers,
no.
But just, I mean, if you...
I was just trying to get him to think college-wise and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's kind of what
but construction could be engineering too, and I was trying to ask him if he meant that, so I don't know about him. Ralphie talks about being a race car driver, of course, all the time.
Yeah, he's 6 though, so...
Yeah.
And then 2, Brett and Brett, if one of you could stay at home instead of working, who would it be and why? I would love to stay home instead of working. Oh, I still would love to be able to do that.
He's more relaxed and laid back, and he's fine at home. I'm too big of a busybody. I got to be doing something. I always said if we win the lottery, I'd still work because I can't stand being home. I mean, I'd work part-time so we could travel and stuff, but I have to be doing something all the time. I couldn't stand being home all the time. Couldn't do it.
I'm a homebody. I would love to be able to work from home too, but unfortunately I can't do that with my job, so. Let's see. 3, Mom and Aunt Shirley, who is more fun after a few drinks and why?
It would be Mom, because Aunt Shirley
doesn't drink. Every once in a great while, Aunt Shirley will have like a little
wine
frozen
cooler
daiquiri type of thing or something like that, but not very often. So yeah, but they're both fun even when they're not drinking. So
yeah.
Let's see. Susan, Winna, I think it's Winna. Are Marco and Ralphie brothers in real life, and how did you come about adopting them if their real parents are still alive? Brad, I would love to see some of your knitting work and sewing works. Thanks, love your channel. Yes, they're real brothers in real life, and we didn't adopt them. We just have guardianship of them, which we talked about earlier. Yes, their real parents are still alive.
And so they were foster kids, so they were taken from their real parents, put in foster care, and then they went back, and then they came back to us because they just couldn't take care of their kids, and so they basically gave up guardianship.
Okay. Do we love to see some of your knitting work and sewing? So he'll have to do that sometime.
Yeah, I'll have to show you. I'm working on a scarf right now, knitting a scarf. I've made a couple of hats. I'm new at knitting, and then sewing I haven't done much of. When I made bibs and burp cloths and stuff for people and all that, but I don't know if I have any around. So I'll have to see if I can find some.
Yeah. Michelle Smith, what is one thing you would tell your 15-year-old self? If I went back and told my 15-year-old self, I would be like, be who I am and not hide who I am, because I didn't come out till I was real late, and I knew 15-year-old I was gay. I wish I would have come out sooner. Of course, it's a lot easier now than it was back when I was 15 years old, but I really wish I would have been who I was a lot sooner than what I did.
I kind of agree with that.
Yeah. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Okay, let's see. How Butters love Casio. How did you guys meet? When did each of you know that the other was the one? How did you decide to start YouTube? Where are you both originally from? Love your channel. We already said where we met, online. When did each of you know the other was the one? Pretty much when I first met him.
Yeah,
Just
I mean,
had a
it
feeling.
was just like,
Just kind of knew. Yeah, real.
I actually, the night after I met him in person, called my mom the next day and told her I said, Brett's the one. I met the one. And she
I
was
think you just
so
kinda-
happy for me and excited. And she was like, don't you think it's a little early? And I said, no, I can tell this is the one. And my mom adored Brett. Really adored Brett.
How did you decide to start YouTube? I started it 2.5 years ago because I first started watching a lot of candle videos because I love candles, of course, and I saw people doing candle reviews and I thought it was really cool. And then some people did vlogs as well, so that's when I started out with just candle hauls and reviews and stuff. Then I started doing vlogs just like once a week, and then I started watching a lot more YouTube vloggers and daily vloggers and things like that. So then I really liked that, so that's kind of when we started doing more vlogs, and then that's kind of how that happened. We kind of started getting more involved into the vlogs. So then it's just a mixture of everything now. So that's how I got into YouTube. And then where are you both originally from? I'm from St. Joseph, Missouri, is where I was born, which is, like I said, 35 minutes north of here. And Brad, I said he was from Kearney. Let's see, she also says, tell us something that would surprise us about each other. Hidden talents, strange routines. Gosh, I don't know. What's something that would surprise us about you or me?
I don't know. Brett sings. I don't know if that would be a shock. He's a really good singer.
Yeah, well, I've sing on... You've heard me sing on the vlog before, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know.
And I
I
don't
can't
really...
think of anything. I used to play guitar, but I'm not really great at it. I just kind of picked it up, and it's been years since I've even played it. Yeah. Brad knits, but you already know he knits.
Yeah, knit.
I can't think of anything. It's hard to think of anything off the bat that people might think is...
Work on cars. I used to train horses.
Yeah.
Strange routine. People make fun of the way I put on my shoes and socks. Because I'll put on a sock, then a shoe, and then a sock, and then a shoe.
Instead of sock, sock, shoe, shoe?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your strange routine?
I don't know if I have a strange routine. Just, it takes me a long time to get ready. That's strange.
Time.
Okay, CM Bignell, are you still looking for a new house? No, we aren't. We decided we're just going to stay here for now. It just wasn't the right time for us. We couldn't get what we wanted for the price range, all this stuff, and then we decided it just wasn't a good time now. So we're just going to stay here and do some renovations here, and then never
Maybe
know.
in a year or two.
Down the future, we'll see what happens. Chantel, out of all the new cereals you tried, which did you like the best? That would be Cinnamon Frosted Flakes. Those are the best. Those are my favorite. They were 5 out of 5. Did your parents accept you right away, or did it take them some time? And we talked about that already too, a little bit, pretty much.
And my dad never really accepted me. He kind of shipped me down to Springfield to live with my aunt and uncle, which my uncle's a preacher. Thought I would become straight again, and I just kind of lived in the closet again, and so he thought I was normal. So kind of happened in a good way, because after that then he got cancer and passed away.
Yeah. And that was Alex Spears, sorry. He asked that question. And then Derica M, how did you guys start your family? Basically we fostered, and then we rewarded guardianship after foster family. I haven't been subscribed for a long time, so I don't know the story. Foster, adoption, or surrogacy, etc. I would love a quick overview if that's not too long. Oh gosh, if that's not too long of a story to tell. Yeah, so we just fostered for quite a few years, and then many different foster kids, and then these ones we rewarded guardianship over.
We've had 13 kids.
Yeah. And we had to do the whole training to be a foster parent. You have to go to classes for like over a year and then get a license for all that.
And then you got to do 40 hours of training
Yeah.
a year to keep
All
your
that
foster
stuff.
license going.
Okay. Nana Papa. Let's see. It would be fun to have the kids join you. We were going to have them join us, but there wasn't really any questions just for the kids, so we just decided to do it with us. Like you said, though, it would probably be wise to let the kids answer a couple of things first, especially Rafi. Then maybe you two get the rest of the video by yourself. So regardless, a fun idea. Congrats over 5K. That has to feel good. My question is for you, please share the things you especially love and appreciate about each other. Take care and hope you have a great weekend. I just love that he's honesty and he's just caring and loving, supportive.
I'd have to agree with that. I mean, he's always supported me on any decision I made, especially big ones like the crazy one I just did. And how he shows how much he loves me and just being himself.
Okay, Rebecca Johnson, describe each other in one word.
Oh.
The first word that comes to my head is, I think, loving. That's the first thing that pops in my head. So
Hot. I tell him every day almost how sexy he is. Yeah.
Yes, you do. Okay, Caitlin Elizabeth. She's been a subscriber for a while as well. Have you ever dealt with hate on your channel specifically because you're gay dads? Because I think you two are just wonderful.
Yes.
Yes, we have. All right, so Darcy Castaneda. Have you guys traveled down and visited Arkansas before? No, but
I've been to Arkansas.
You have. Oh, I didn't know you had. When have you been there?
When I lived down south. I lived in a little small town called Willard by Springfield, and we'd go to Branson in Arkansas. And when I was younger, I'd go to my aunt and uncle's down south for the whole summer, and we'd go to Arkansas to camp.
Okay. Sorry for going fast with these, but this video is going to be really, really long because there's so many questions. You guys are great parents. Have you struggled with your kid pushing their limits? You guys are so kind. How do you discipline your children if ever necessary? I absolutely love your family. You guys all have such great attitudes. Yes, we've definitely had a struggle with kids pushing their limits.
Marco's really good at pushing his limit.
Okay, we discipline the children if necessary. Just like we talked about that kind of. I mean, discipline them just how we think is appropriate. Take away things and all that kind of stuff. So yeah. Jan and Eric asks, they also have a YouTube channel as well. Hi guys, the G7X camera is the G7X camera user friendly? Any summer vacation being planned? Lastly, any more children? Yes, the G7X, love it. It's really user friendly. We both have one.
Love it.
Love it. It's really good. A little pricey, but it's worth it. Any summer vacations being planned?
Not this year.
Not this year. We are going to St. Louis in May, just for a weekend for Marco's choir. Any more children? We already talked about that. Probably not. Okay, so Kathleen Robinson, how did you guys meet? We talked about that. Have you guys seem to get along really well? Is that the case when you aren't doing videos?
Yes.
For the most part, yes. I mean, you know, we bicker here and there about things, but nothing major. Have you guys ever had a woman relationship? I have dated women, but I've never a real serious relationship. I've just dated. That's about it. And only a couple of women.
I have, and I have a biological child that lives in Iowa.
Surprise, that's something you didn't know.
Oh yeah. Surprise, you didn't know that.
He hasn't seen him.
In years.
Because she denies that Brad's the father.
Yes.
So that's a different story that we'll have to get into sometime later.
Right.
Okay, so I watch all of your videos. I like the taste test ones. You got me hooked to the cinnamon frosted flakes, the only cereal I've been eating for a few months. Have an awesome weekend, guys. Yes,
right.
That's a good cereal. Brett, what are your top 5 candles ever? Oh gosh, it's so hard to name top 5. Of course, everybody knows banana nutmeg bread pudding is my favorite. Pumpkin pecan waffles is another favorite. I used to love spiced pumpkin from Yankee Candle, even though that's not as strong as it used to be, but it used to be one of my top favorites. I don't know if I can name another two that are my favorite. London Tea and Lemon from Bath & Body Works is another one. And iced sweet tea from Colonial Candle. I'll just say that. I love the sweet tea candles. Those are really good. You have custody of the boys, and yet they still see their bio dad. Was this court ordered for a reason, or is it something you wanted to do? Also, is there a reason the bio mom is never mentioned by anyone? Do the boys have a relationship with her at all? And then there's another question.
No, it was not court ordered. We just said that we would.
Yes, it was our choice to do that because we don't have to. It's up to us if they see him and when they see him, how much. You know, it's all up to us. We don't have to do it. So.
Right.
And also, is there never a reason that mom is never mentioned by anyone? Do the boys have a relationship with her at all?
No, they don't. They haven't seen her in over a year. Actually, almost 2 years, I think.
Almost 2 years. We can't go too much into the why and all that stuff because it's just kind of a personal thing, but just they don't have a relationship with her right now. How is Marco doing in school and with his attitude? Are things getting better for him?
He's 14. Let's just leave it at that. But he's doing better at school. He still struggles.
He struggles a couple classes, yes.
His most struggle is math, so.
Yes, and his attitude is better, but still has his moments.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then VSG Reyna. A quand with...
That's Reyna.
Reyna. Reyna. A Q&A with your mom and Aunt Shirley would be awesome. My question is, are you Hispanic like the boys, Brett? If so, do you speak Spanish? Just asking since the boys look a lot like you, and I honestly would think there was your bio kids. Yes, they're Hispanic, and I'm Hispanic. Like I told you, I'm half Mexican, and the boys are half as well. Their dad is, but their mom isn't. I don't speak Spanish. I took a semester of Spanish in middle school, but that's it. So I don't really speak much Spanish. So yeah. Let's see here. Ann Mayers. I can't think of a good question this early in the morning, but have you tried the Peeps Golden Oreos yet? Yeah, they are delicious. Yes, we tried them. We did a taste test on them a few months back when they first came out. So check those out. They were good, but they just taste like Golden Oreos pretty much with, I think, just with food color in them to make them look pink. But they had a bad aftertaste if you just ate the filling by itself. Asian Sunflower 77. You are stuck on a desert island for a year. Which 5 albums do you bring along, and how old is Peanut? She is precious. Love your channel. Peanut is almost a year. She'll be a year this summer, I think. Mm-hmm. Which 5 albums? That's so hard to narrow down 5 albums. I love so many. I will just say my 2 favorite artists are Janet Jackson and Kiss. So I would say from Janet Jackson it would be Velvet Rope. Kiss would be Rock and Roll Over. And there's just too many other ones I love. I can't narrow it down to 3 other ones. There's
and
just
I
too
love
many.
Janet, and I love Reba McEntire, so...
Yeah. There's just so many, like Prince, Purple Rain, so many good albums that I can't narrow it down to 3 other ones. Michael A. Who is more ticklish, Brett or Brad? That would be me.
I'm not ticklish.
He's not ticklish at all. I'm super ticklish. Terrible. How would you say that? I want to say KY girl, but I don't know.
Key girl?
Key girl? I don't think it's KY girl. They don't sound right. Key girl. How's the house hunt going? I'm condo hunting where I live. There's not too many to choose from. We already explained that. We decided to stay here for now. Janie Wargo. Do you still foster kids? No, not right now.
We're still... We took a break, so told them we were taking a year break after we got the kids, so next month they'll probably start calling us again.
But we're probably not going to foster because I think we're
it's too much right now.
Yeah, I think we're just going to have Marco and Ralphie for now. But like I said, never say never. But for right now, we're just not going to right now. Tommy Allison, how long have you guys been together? Love your channel. We've been together for 13 years. Last month in March on my birthday, because we met on my birthday, and then married since 2009. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17,
6 years.
8 years. Was there Grandma Frugal asked, was there anything you guys found out about each other after you got married. Like, for example, one of you didn't like a particular food. You met online, right? What discoveries did you make? Fact from fiction. So, yes, she knows that she's been a subscriber for a while as well. No, because we've been together for quite a while when we got married, so we pretty much knew everything when we got married. Because it was 2009, so we'd been together 5 years when we got married, so we pretty much knew everything after 5 years.
Yeah.
You met online, you're right. Yes. What discoveries did you make? Fact from fiction. After we got married, or
He found out how crazy my family was. And how huge my family is.
yeah. I think that's about. I don't really know if we made any big discoveries or anything.
Not
Really? No. Okay, Michelle Mitchell. Oh, please tell us the story of how you first met. And we talked about that. Clumsy Stylist. Any summer vacation plans? Talked about that. Jasmine. She's been subscribed for a while as well. If you guys had kids besides Marco and Ralphie, what would you name them? Boy and girl name. Love you guys. You have a boy and a girl name?
Well, you know the boy name I like. Elijah.
Elijah.
I love that name.
I like that name. I don't know.
I like names you don't hear a lot, so yeah. But we've never really thought about names. We haven't ever had to, so.
Yeah, we haven't really, because we've always had foster kids and I've already had names, so we did want to do surrogacy at one time, and then we kind of thought about it. That was just way too expensive, so we never really got involved where we would think of names, so.
I helped name all of my sister's 3 kids, my little sister Tammy's 3 kids, so.
Yeah. But I don't have any certain favorite names or anything that I had thought of before. Joe Milano. She's subscribed for a while. Are you still planning on having a wedding? We talked about that. We would like to eventually someday. I think it would be so cool. It wouldn't be anything fancy. Wouldn't have to be anything fancy. It could be very simple, even in your yard. Just a few people and us, of course.
That would be cool to invite the subscribers.
Yeah. Then she asked, do you guys plan to get another dog? We talked about that. I know it would be hard after losing Paris, but I just wondered if you're planning on getting another. There are so many animals looking for homes. You guys have a great home for one. So yes, we talked about that. We would like to eventually, but I'm just nervous about having one here. Do you guys watch Rupaul's Drag Race? If so, who is your favorite queen? Yes, we do. This is Alex Spears asked this again. Yes, we do. And mine is Valentina.
I like Valentina too. She's hot.
Very pretty. I love her eyes. Okay. Then he said, do you guys like Mariah Carey?
Yes.
Yes, I like Mariah Carey. I love almost all divas. Any diva singer and actress I love. I just love all divas. I have almost all her albums. Favorite concert? I would probably have to say, of course, Janet. I'm a big Janet fan, so of course.
Her last concert was pretty awesome that we went to.
Yeah, but my favorite one would be the Velvet Rope Tour or the All For You Tour. And then also Ozzy. I did see Ozzy Osbourne too, and that was one of my favorites because when he first came out on stage and he was right there real close, I was like, oh my god, so starstruck. I always remember that.
Remember we were like that at Janet's too? We were like right there.
Yeah, we were really close to Janet when she was
oh my god, it was
here one
amazing.
time too. It was like, she was really close.
Like her sweat got on us.
Then he also asked, what was it like growing up gay? We talked about that kind of too, pretty much. When did you come out? We talked about that. Brief coming out story. We talked about that. Also, I know you've talked about this in another Q&A, but an update would be cool. We discussed that. Does Marco and Ralphie get bullied or hated on because of 2 gay dads? Not really. Not that we know of.
Not that we know of.
So,
Marco had one issue once, and that was it. Yeah. And we talked about that in the last Q&A.
Yeah, so it wasn't. But nothing that we know of. Ken Williamson asked, Brad, you had said something about your sister trying to work out a deal with the building owner of the shop. If she was able to work something out, would you go back to her shop or would you stay where you are now? And
that wasn't my sister that was doing that. That was Diana that worked with me. And no.
Let's see. You really seem to be happier now that you are not stressed out trying to pay all the bills and make some money. Next question is for Brett. Do you see the post offices closing down at some point? From what I understand, they have been losing money for years. Do you think this is because of the retirement plan that they have, or is it something else? They've been talking about it for a long time about post office closing down. They closed down the plant that I used to work in when I first started, and they moved it all to the plant, because that was in Kansas. They moved that to the processing plant in Missouri. They closed many processing plants and moved them all to like the one we have here now, the one I work at. We do mail from a lot of places around here. They used to have separate little places, so they've closed, and they closed a lot of stations around here and there. But I don't really think they're gonna like close down completely, because we still have so much mail at work. I don't see how they would close it down completely. If they will, it'd be a long time from now, I think. I mean, maybe eventually, but I don't see it happening for quite a while still. I don't think. And I don't necessarily think it has anything to do with the retirement plan or anything. It's just because so much stuff online and everything now, you know, that definitely is not so much mail because of that. That's a big reason, but there's still a lot of mail, I think. RJW Mahler. I'm sorry if I'm not saying these names right. You are great parents. Did you always know you would someday be a parent, or was it a decision you made together after you met? I think you knew you wanted to have kids quite.
And I was upfront with you about that.
I didn't know for sure because I wasn't around kids a lot when I grew up, so it was all kind of new to me when we started fostering. I had to learn a lot. Brad had to teach me a lot. Still, sometimes I feel like I'm not the best parent in the world. I feel like it doesn't come as naturally to me as it does to Brad. But I've definitely got better than I was and learned a lot more. So
he wasn't around a lot of little kids till he got with me, and I always had my nieces and nephews. And Destiny, you've seen her in a couple of videos. She's my niece from my younger sister. She was 6 months old when we got together, and she almost every weekend would be with me, like always. Same with my sister Christy's kids, Jeffrey, Mackenzie, and Kaylin. And so he started being around kids more often when he got with me, and so I think that helped him. But he's a great father. I don't know why he says that.
Thank you. Okay, Emily Loves Makeup. New subscriber. Been watching since Christmas. Have seen some of the older vlogs. Do you still see the girls you had? No, we don't. Well, we know some people that have seen them. Some friends of ours have seen them out and about with who they are with now.
And so, Kaylin, the racer,
niece Kaylin,
her grandmother works at a daycare where their youngest sibling goes, so her grandmother sees them every once in a while and kind of keeps us up to date on them.
Yeah.
And Kaylin's seen them a couple of times, and they loved seeing Kaylin.
Mm-hmm. We weren't able to keep contact with them because they didn't stay with who they were with when they left us.
I feel really bad for them. They've been in a lot of
they got moved out of that. They got taken out of that home and then placed another one. So we just we lost contact.
Track.
So
yeah.
Let's see. Michelle's daughter. She asked another question. But this one, she said she couldn't think of one. So maybe she'll think of another one later. But she did. Okay. Rose Coe's mom, shut up. She's been a subscriber for a while as well. She said more children, question mark. We talked about that. Not right now. Probably not, but you never know. And then last one, Nicole Johnson. Hey guys, so good to see you two. What might your family be doing for Easter? I'm working. Have you?
We're going to Christie's.
Going to your sister's. Okay. That might still be a bit far off, but I need to take a gander at my calendar myself. So yes.
I think we're going to my sister. She asked us to come up there, so I think we're going up there. That's what we're pretty much doing.
Yeah.
Because no one's asked us anything, and we usually go to St. Joe, and so I'm gonna just do Easter with my sister this year.
Yeah. And I'll be working, so, but like I said, hopefully I'll be going to days within the next few months or so. I will be, just as a matter of time. So, all right, so that is it. Sorry this video was so long. I thought about making it 2 parts, but I think we're just gonna make it one big long one. Just rather than make it 2 parts, yeah. So, all right, so thanks for watching, and thanks for all your support. Getting us to 5K subscribers, and we'll talk to you in our next video. Bye.
Bye, y'all.